Prime Field.
Welcome to Prime Field. In the ecosystem of college basketball, a national championship is not an endpoint. It is a new foundation upon which the immense pressure to repeat is built. For the 2025 to 2026 UConn Huskies, the defending champions and AP preseason #1 team, that foundation is about to be tested, not by an outside rival, but by an internal question. After graduating star forward Aaliyah Edwards, the program secured one of the most coveted prizes in the transfer portal, Serah Williams, the decorated dominant forward from Wisconsin. Her arrival was meant to fill a void. Instead, it created a compelling dilemma. The central question facing legendary coach Geno Auriemma is one of identity. Does Williams, a player of immense individual talent, become the undisputed starter? Or does her high foul, high usage style necessitate a strategic partnership with redshirt junior Ice Brady, a former top recruit known for her efficiency and system knowledge? This is not just a competition for a spot in the starting five. It is a tactical chess match that will define a dynasty's title defense and offer a stark case study in the architecture of a modern champion. The two athletes at the center of this debate arrived at this moment through divergent paths. Serah Williams, a 6'4" senior, spent 3 years as the focal point of the Wisconsin Badgers. In Madison, she amassed a formidable resume, earning Big Ten Defensive Player of the Year honors, and, as a junior, averaging a staggering 19.2 points and 9.8 rebounds per game. Yet individual accolades were the only reward. In her 3 seasons, the Badgers never finished above .500. For her final year of eligibility, Williams entered the transfer portal with a singular explicit goal: to win. Her internal competitor is a product of the very system Williams sought to join. Ice Brady, a 6'3" redshirt junior, came to Storrs as the number 5 overall recruit in her class, a McDonald's All-American with immense promise. But her journey has been one of patience and perseverance. After serving as the primary backup to Aaliyah Edwards during the 2024-25 championship season, a campaign where she started 12 of 32 games, but was eventually moved from the starting lineup, Brady is entering a pivotal year to define her role, a year to prove she is more than just potential. The story of this front court began in the immediate aftermath of triumph. UConn had just capped a 37-3 season by defeating South Carolina, powered by the nation's most formidable defense, which allowed just 52.2 points per game. But with the confetti barely settled, the departure of Aaliyah Edwards created an urgent need for experience, size, and most critically, rebounding. The team's average of 37 rebounds per game stood as a relative vulnerability. The solution arrived on April 30th, 2025. Serah Williams announced her commitment to UConn, instantly reshaping the national landscape and setting the internal competition in motion. Upon her arrival in Storrs, Williams was candid about her new motivation. "I'm learning how to play slower, because I don't have to score as quickly anymore," she stated. "That was one of my big things in the portal was I wanted to play with other good players." It was an admission that she needed to evolve from being the option to being one of many. While Williams was acclimating to a new system, Ice Brady was transforming within the familiar one. After a season that included a shoulder injury, Brady dedicated herself to a rigorous offseason. The results were not lost on her head coach. "Ice is a different person today," Geno Auriemma noted before the season. "This is the best she's looked since she's been at Connecticut." The message was clear. The starting role would not be conceded. It would have to be earned. The choice between Williams and Brady represents a classic conflict of style. The data from the 2024-25 season paints a picture of two fundamentally different forwards. Williams offers proven high-volume production. Her 19.2 points, 9.8 rebound, and 2.3 blocks per game at Wisconsin stand in stark contrast to Brady's numbers at UConn, 3.6 points, 2.8 rebounds, and 0.4 blocks. But a deeper look reveals a different narrative. In her role, Brady was the more efficient scorer, shooting 50.5% from the field compared to Williams' 49.3%. More telling is Williams' historical propensity for foul trouble. Her career average of 2.5 to 2.6 fouls per game at Wisconsin is a critical statistic, a potential liability that could limit her availability in the high-stakes games she transferred to play in. For Williams, The challenge is adapting her dominant physical game to a system that demands discipline. For Brady, the challenge is proving that her efficiency and dependability can outweigh her teammates' raw production. Coach Auriemma sees the path forward for his new star. It's not the easiest thing in the world to play one way for 3 years and then be thrown into a scenario like ours, he said, but I think she's going to be a huge help to us. The first public preview of Auriemma's strategic thinking came on October 13, 2025, in an exhibition game against Boston College. The coach immediately showcased the versatility of his new roster, frequently playing Williams alongside Sarah Strong, the reigning National Freshman of the Year. The pairing was immediately potent. The duo accounted for 25 of UConn's 43 first-half points, displaying a quick and intuitive chemistry. Sarah Strong later commented on her new front-court partner, stating, "She has a high IQ and she knows where to be at the right time, so it's easy to play with her." Williams played 18 minutes in the contest, a workload Auriemma suggested was merely a starting point. "She'll probably play a lot more than that in the future," the coach remarked afterward. The performance hinted that Williams was on track for a major role. Meanwhile, the media narrative around Ice Brady solidified. A headline from the Next Hoops had already labeled her a potential X-factor, a high-energy, high-IQ reserve capable of changing the complexion of a game. As the team prepares for its season opener against number 20 Louisville in the Armed Forces Classic, the exhibition offered not a final answer, but a tantalizing preview of the strategic options at Auriemma's disposal. Immediate stakes are operational. Minutes distribution, chemistry, and the ability to respond to mid-game foul trouble. The practical objective is simple. Produce a front-court alignment that preserves defensive intensity, secures rebounds, and complements UConn's ball movement and scoring balance. Longer-term stakes extend beyond a single title defense. The resolution of this internal competition will be a case study in roster construction during the transfer era, whether a one-year, high-usage veteran can be integrated without undermining development pathways for homegrown players. For Williams, this year is a final professional opportunity to convert individual production into team success. For Brady, it is a season that will define her trajectory within a program that consistently replenishes talent. The resolution of this front-court dynamic will have consequences that extend far beyond the box score of any single game. In the short term, it presents Geno Auriemma with the tactical challenge of managing minutes and egos to forge the most talented front court in the nation into a cohesive championship-winning unit. The early season will be a laboratory for lineup combinations and rotational discovery. In the long term, this season in stores will serve as a referendum on a prevailing philosophy of modern team building. A successful title defense would validate the strategy of supplementing a core of elite homegrown talent with a one-year rental from the transfer portal. It would cement Auriemma's legacy as a master of adaptation and redefine Serah Williams' career, from that of a prolific individual to that of a champion. For the players, the stakes are deeply personal. For Williams, this is her final opportunity to capture the team success that has eluded her. For Ice Brady, this season is the ultimate test. Thriving in her role, whether as a starter or a crucial reserve, would solidify her as a cornerstone of UConn's future. How this internal competition is resolved will not only determine the fate of the 2026 national championship, it will ripple across the sport, shaping how dynasties are built and sustained for years to come.
Prime Field